I had a cake, bro. Good night. How's it going, bro? Sorry. I was doing some stuff. Again, sorry for being so absent. It's been a rough couple of days. Trying to catch up with people and making phone calls. And I'm not gonna lie, something's wrong with my stomach. Hi, la 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 la. Um, okay, be back. All right, so I'm gonna do a quick live. I don't know if I should do a quick live or continue working. Um, all right, hold on. All right, sorry for not being. All right, so today I came on earlier and I was talking about the energy today. Hi, Mystic Native, about how it was good about releasing, fortifying, confronting your inner demons pretty much, and making them your strengths. Um, I also talked about the Scorpio energy today was a little bit intense. So if you're gonna have these kind of discussions with people as well, to make sure that your Scorpio energy that's out today doesn't get you into trouble by speaking too sharp or too loud or too mean. How many people today had a good day versus feeling a little bit on edge? I think for the most part, people's energy were a little bit that of being a little bit aggressive, a little bit annoyed, a little bit yeah, yeah. And I was telling you guys earlier that if you're gonna have conversations with anybody, make sure that you don't have you know any lapse of judgment in what you say or how you deliver the message. Um, I thought it was a good day to do inner introspection. I'm doing good as long as you were polite to yourself too, because sometimes we tend to not be as kind to ourselves as well. So that was the energy today. I posted the videos earlier for tomorrow. I had a little bit of downtime between calls, so I came on and did them really quick. So it's gonna transfer into tomorrow. That heavy Scorpio energy that is affecting everyone's sort of attitude will transcend and go into tomorrow. Um, so it's gonna transcend today and sneak into tomorrow. But again, the energy is still there for healing. Um, no more cake. No one's sent me cake. You know what's funny is yesterday was my happy Thursday, Mars Val. Yesterday was my nephew's birthday, and my brother took us out to eat, and I expect a cake, right? It's going good, bro. I expect a cake yesterday, but they threw me a curveball and they had cupcakes. I'm not saying cupcakes ain't cake, but I don't know if it said I need a slice of cake of some sort with layers and whipped cream, and I don't know what the fuck I need. Maybe I'm just being extra special, or since I'm diabetic, I don't get sweets that often. So when I get them, I want to go into that whole shit. You know what I mean? Hi, Abby Contreras. How are you? Um, Hi there. ¿Cómo estás? Oh, you changed your name to Vampire Eve? It's not though. I think again because I'm diabetic and I don't do sweets that often. I'm set on getting that. I guess that shit like the way I want it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Hi, April. How are you? ¿Cómo estás? Anyways, today's energy is that. So be careful. The day's not over. Don't get into no arguments. Don't get into anything that is gonna make you not. Yeah, I don't get cake that often because I'm diabetic. You know what I mean? I don't know either, Carmen. I don't get it. So I guess I try not to do sweets as much. I know it seems funny, but so if I'm like yesterday, I had a cupcake and they're small, right? They were small, so I had a cupcake, but it wasn't cake. It's okay. The energy was that, so just be careful moving forward. The energy's still around. You've been busy lately, I know. I haven't seen you in a minute or heard from you there, April. So again, tomorrow will be the same Scorpio energy that affects all the signs. All right, it is going to affect all the signs. Where you're going to have maybe a short fuse, maybe want to say hurtful words, hurtful things. So be careful. What are the winds there, Mars? Hi, lovely. How are you? It's okay. ¿Cómo estás, mujer de piedra? ¿Por qué tan dura, como dicen? Um, all right, cool. Um, I said something earlier about donations. It's better to express, yes, but with nicer words. I think that's been the problem. This week's energy, there's been tension. So again, today's a good day to do introspection. Hola, hola, HB Foxy. But also, you got to be careful with your words and the way you word things. I was talking about that today, HB Foxy, that today there's strong Scorpio energy out, and that it's a good day to do some self introspection and get these things out, but to be nice with yourself. Also, if we're going to address people and problems we have with other people, to also be able to express, um, I don't know, you just know, express yourself to others in a good manner, because today's energy we might want to be hurtful or might want to be rude or might want to be cutting into people's skin. You know what I mean? No, it's very much an energy that is very present. So tomorrow will be the same thing. If you're gonna do any kind of introspection, make sure that you are not gonna be mean spirited or try to hurt people verbally on purpose. I understand that energy sometimes is very deceiving. And like I said earlier, if you're gonna make any kind of, it's part of it, HB Foxy. It's part of it. If you're gonna make any kind of let's say pleas or conversations about things with somebody else, make sure that you say things that are not meant to hurt, because the energy is that of trying to maybe be hurtful, say sharp words, or pretty much just sort of be in that let's go sensation. So try to speak from a place of knowing and and calm. Now that we know the energy is that of, let's say, aggression, be very wise on the words you choose. And even when we're doing self exploration, if we're trying to bring things out to light that may be bothering us, we should be nice to ourselves too, because often or not, we don't treat each other with respect, but we don't treat ourselves with love and dignity. So for anything that you feel that you sort of failed yourself at, or anything that you feel that didn't, be nice to yourself. Be nice. It'll be a few days. I know. I know, I get it. But again, now that you know, just be careful on the words that you speak. You know what I'm saying? Um, be very careful again, and be nice to people, not just because the energy might be that of aggression, but we should always be nice to people. Why are you gonna go? Um, and here's the thing is, like I said before, when you want to address people, also you got to make sure that they want to hear you out, but also you got to make sure to hear them out. It can't be one way. Like when you want to say something, you have to make sure that you allow them to speak as well. Yes, be kind to yourself. And that's probably why you've been feeling off there, April. Um, so as Halloween approaches, I think people get very much in a very spirit like Halloween. I don't know what kind of spiritual hold it takes on our or what kind of spiritual toll it takes on our spirit, but I noticed that Halloween always has a high energy. I'm not sure what it has to do with veneration of death. I know it has nothing really to do with death, but I know since people get very much in that mood, I think overall the energy is created by us. You know what I'm saying? Where it's a very high spiritual energy. But there's not anything solid that links Halloween to what we venerate. But because we create that sense of spirituality, it becomes part of the atmosphere. So as we approach Halloween, not because there's a real meaningful, thing with God or with Santa Muerte, it's just that we create a spiritual feeling about it. So spiritually, as we approach, you might be susceptible to opening up more to yourself and healing. So do that. Um, Tomorrow at my son's school, they're doing trunk or treat, and I signed up, so I gotta go buy some candy tomorrow. Buenas noches, ¿cómo estás, mariposa? And I'm gonna take a Santa Muerte because we're supposed to decorate the trunk of our cars, but I'm gonna put it in the back of the truck. I'm gonna get a Santa Muerte, one of those, and put it in the back and maybe get some stuff and fix it up. But again, um, tomorrow I gotta go buy candy and whatnot. So I don't know why I signed up, but a ver qué chingados compro. But it should be fun. What are you going to be for Halloween? I'm gonna be this fucking mess. I don't know what kind of candy to get. Something fucking cheap. But I don't want to be the guy that gives lame ass candy. So what should I get? I don't know. It can't be nothing with peanuts. Yeah, I should. Yes, tomorrow I'm doing that for a while. So tomorrow I'll be on in the morning really quick, and then I'm gonna get ready and pack up some stuff. I don't know if I should light candles or veladoras as a way to like. I don't know. It's gonna start at 4, so it's gonna be sun out. So probably not. I'll see what I do. But anyways, um, hold on. Chaotic octopus. I'm gonna say that you should come here more often. We speak about this kind of stuff here all the time. Cobwebs and candlelight. But how do I fucking do that to a truck? Cobwebs. Nah, they got like probably like sugar skulls and stuff like that. That's cool. Yeah, they have the sugar skulls now. Day of the Dead shit. But I don't know if tomorrow I don't want to dress up to scare the kids, unless I should, which I should get like be like the Grim Reaper or something. But I mean, ain't no time for that. I don't got the money for that shit. Hola, ¿qué pasa, Mufasa? Nada, aquí nomás tirando barra. Talking about the day's energy. Um, Again, yeah, I could. Which one? Isa, which one are you talking about? They all range different prices. Right now, they have that gray one with the wings. It's at Home Depot for 49.99. So if you need a statue, that's a good one right now. It's 49.99. It's 3 feet 6 inches. I did mass on Sundays, but the mass is still up. I did a teachings today in the morning or mid afternoon. That I don't record. I just freebase it. You know what I'm saying? Like the daily let's say lessons, I don't record it. Yeah, it's 3.5. It's 3 feet 6 inches. I want some cake too. Uh, I'll tomorrow maybe I'll get some cake. But tomorrow I gotta worry about getting fucking candy to give out. My son signed me up. Like, Dad, sign up. I'm like, all right. So a ver qué chingados hago. Hola, hola, Abby, ¿cómo estás? I'm gonna figure out a date probably next month before the year ends to go out there. Thank you so much, Carmen. I appreciate it. You stay on my. Is that a good thing, Martinez? Do I? I don't get my shit pushed out to a lot of people though. Yes and no, April. I'm gonna say that. Really, what are the dreams about? Yeah, cake is fucking haunting me. Cake is haunting me. I've had cupcake, bunk cake. I've had funnel cake, but I haven't had cake like layers of cake with something in the middle. I don't know because since I'm diabetic, I'm fixated on having a piece of cake, and a cupcake didn't do it. I had a cupcake yesterday at my nephew's birthday celebration, and the cupcake didn't do it. It didn't do it. I think since I'm diabetic and I don't have sweets that often, I'm fixated on a piece of cake. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm fixated on a piece of fucking cake. Like, the traditional kind with layers and with filling. Um, what's my favorite cake? My favorite cake is probably carrot cake, chocolate cake, like a chocolate cake, tres leches cake. I don't know, just fucking cake. But my favorite, I think, is carrot cake, but that's not really a cake, so maybe not. That's scandalous. I'm good, Yvette. I'm good. I'm good. I guess my favorite traditional cake is chocolate cake. You know what I'm saying? With a big ass glass of milk. Tres leches, you know what I mean? Strawberry. I like I like cake. I'm not very picky, but like the chocolate cake, tres leches cake. Um, I don't know. Strawberry shortcake. Um, I don't know. What's your favorite? Do I just talk Santa for real to get my own? You can, Martinez. Yeah, do that personal insight. But if you need help, let me know. Let me know. Yeah, you know what I mean, Ismael. I think because I don't have sweets so much, when I got fixated on a piece of cake, I want a piece of cake. Like, again, I'm not gonna lie. I had bun cake, uh, a cupcake, and funnel cake when I took my kid to Knott's. But I haven't had that piece of cake, that where you get that slab and you slap that motherfucker on a plate and you see those fucking layers. It's because I don't have it so often that now I'm fixated on having that piece of cake. Thank you so much. La 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 ha 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 27. Nah, I'm very much like I'll get cake this weekend one way or the other by any means necessary. Car Carmen says she's gonna send me money for cake. Let's see. Look, I'll do it. I'll do it, but first give me some cake. I'll do it. I'll show some shoulder. Um, Here's the thing is, I think that's what life is. Sometimes we want something so bad that we miss the whole, like, I guess reality. I had cake already. I had bunk cake, had a cupcake, and this is me being extra, obviously, or being funny, or really wanting something, but I should appreciate that I already had some cake. You know what I'm saying? And I do. Shit, working better give me more than cake. God dang, it better give me a meal and everything. Um, but again, I think I'm fixated so much on it, but I do appreciate the other things I got. I think this is because it's maybe silly that I'm so fixated on a piece of cake, but I think sometimes in life we do forget to appreciate the small things that we look over. Oh, I wanted this, but I got that. It's not really what I wanted. Blah blah blah. But no, I appreciate it. It didn't satisfy. And what I think is it's got to be a piece of cake, like a traditional cake. Not because I'm being a little like bitch about it, but because again, since I don't get sweets that often, or I don't allow myself to have sweets that often, because I really don't allow myself to have that many sweets. Then I got obsessed with the idea of having a piece of cake with like a glass of milk or coffee. Like that whole thing is etched in my mind, like to have a piece of cake. And that's what life is it's the wants versus needs. Do I really need that piece of cake? Nah, I'll be fine without it. As a matter of fact, I probably shouldn't have it. But is life short, and should I really enjoy myself while I'm here? To some extent, yeah. So I know that when people call me about certain things, about wants and needs, I know sometimes I think you don't really need that, but I understand now, I think. And sometimes it takes stupid shit like this to make me see things better and more clearly, believe it or not. So everything is a learning thing for me. I know as funny as it seems, I can see the message behind that fucking piece of cake. Because sometimes I do judge people based on the things they want versus the things they need. And I get it a little bit now. I get it. And it's not ever meant to be. When I talk to people, sometimes I'm very harsh. And I speak very let's say brutally honest. So I know it sounds dumb, but this whole cake thing has made me see things in a different perspective. Sometimes we just want what we want. Even though we have things that might satisfy that, we still want what we want. So I get it now. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. But I see the message in all kinds of shit, which is funny. So it's just a way of I'm gonna speak about something because I spoke about it earlier, and I'm gonna keep speaking about it. Right now, I said this to be true earlier as well. When people send me donations, I always ask for people to send what they can. I never set a monetary amount, and when people send me a donation, I accept it because I do work for it. If someone sends me a donation and they have hard times after that, they can't expect that money fucking back. I don't look, I go through shit all the time, and there's a person in particular that I put so much time into. I would spend hours on the phone with this individual without charging them every time I talked to them, or every time they had a question, I would respond, or anything of that nature. And this person sent me some money, and I said I was gonna send something in return. I got sick. I couldn't send that statue out on time. I'm not gonna lie, but again, a donation is a donation. I never asked for anything like a set amount or anything. So if this person feels I owe them money after all the time and energy I put into them, I got nothing to say except she's making it easier for me to start setting boundaries a little bit better. That's all I'm going to say about that. Because I give energy and time to people, and it doesn't fucking get reciprocated sometimes. And I'm beginning to learn that I should be more fucking conservative with my energy because not everyone's going to appreciate it. So for all the time I put into that individual and they are having money problems, they can't expect their money back because what the fuck? It was a donation when you sent it. So I'm not an asshole. I'm not a dick. I never take money from y'all, and y'all know this. Like, I don't say, oh, you owe me this much for this, for this, for that. No. I always ask for donations in general. But this is making me move more into I should set prices in. If people are not going to appreciate it, no, they paid me for other shit, but it wasn't that they paid me. They were donating shit for other things. So to me, like, look, when I do the work for you, let's say pro bono at times, and once in a while you send me, I don't, look, Abby and anyone that's ever fucked with me, I don't ask for money. I ask for donations, whatever motherfuckers could afford to give me. That's it. That's it. And if this person doesn't understand, thank you, Ariel. And again, I don't ask for money. I don't say, hey, you owe me $300 for this. No, I don't. I say, give me what you can. What you think my time is worth. What you think, whatever. So I don't ever ask for a set amount. And I'm going to say this. After I do help, then you want a fucking refund? Like, nah, y'all got me fucked up. Like, and I'm not one to ever hide from shit. I'm not. So I don't fucking do things. The things I've done for some of us should be thousands of dollars here and there. And I don't. So again, for the individual in question, there's been about 2 people in my entire TikTok career, I guess, that they were unsatisfied because they wanted their money back. But it's not because I didn't do the work, because it was a donation for the time. I would spend hours on the phone with this person when they felt bad or, they were having emotional problems. Like inner healing shit. So to me, like, I'm good with that shit. Like, I've never been a dishonest person, nor will I hide from it. I never been a dishonest person, nor will I ever be dishonest. Like, I try to be as fucking kosher as possible with y'all. So for someone to be like, oh, well, I want my money back, I'm going through hard times now. Nah, fuck that. Like, and I gave them back half the money they sent. I did send half because I'm not a jerk. And I feel that I'm entitled to the rest because I should have had more money from this person from the get-go. And again, I don't ever be a jerk to people. I've never demanded money from people. I've never done any of that shit. I haven't. Because I haven't. Because I don't. I've never sat here and demanded. I ask for donations when I need it or when I'm having a hard time. I've said it, I'm having a hard time. But when I do trabajos for people, I don't demand a set amount. I ask what people can give. So if that individual came into a rough patch financially, they can't expect the donation back. And I said, I'll send you half. And that's it. What kind of trabajo did I do for that person? It was a long-term shit. No, like, I was helping them heal from past traumas and this and that. But every time we did some progress, that person kept reverting back to the person they were because they weren't ready to release the fucking hurt. So this was an energy trabajo that was like a year and change of calls. So to me, like, and again, I don't want to put people's business out there because it's not for me. But again, this person will remain nameless. I spent hours on the phone with this person trying to talk them up and out of their funky places. And I did most of the time. I'm not going to help anymore. I'm not going to help anymore. Like, and again, I don't want people like that to ruin it for me because I do a lot of shit that I should be fucking charging for. I'm not. Energy vampires, they, I don't, and I try to be as nice as possible to everybody because that's just who I am. But again, I've had two people demand money back. There was a person maybe a year and a half ago, and I'm not gonna lie, they might have got obsessed with me. I never met them. They lived somewhere back east, and they showered me with gifts because I don't know if they were infatuated. I think they were. And when I didn't reciprocate that energy, they got butthurt. And they want their money back. And I'm all like, no, you gave me this for candle work, for this, for this, for this, or for that. You can't have it back. Because I didn't reciprocate their advances. They wanted their money back. So, whatever. I'm not one to ever fuck anybody over, so please understand. But I'd rather be honest that, look, if people gave me money on a donation, I ask what you can afford to give because I don't want you to struggle. I don't want to take food from your mouth. I don't want to take food from the mouth of your children. I don't want to take anything that doesn't belong to me. Well, anyways, Abby, that's the thing. So I'm cutting that person off, but I don't want to do shit to that person because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I know. I better stop, Ariel. Mira, mira, mira. No, just kidding. Um, so that's why. That's why. And again, I'm not gonna be that person that, like, I'm not gonna be putting people on blast, but I'm gonna say it in a general sense. Don't give me something you can't afford to give. Don't. I've I've never I've never been a person that demands shit. I don't. I ask when I think I deserve it, but I don't ever no exijo. And when I say give what you can, that's exactly what I expect you to give, what you can. But if you're in a tough position financially, after you give something to me, I've already spent that money, on shit that I needed to fucking pay for. And even despite that, I gave them half of their money back. Yeah, and again, and I still, despite that, gave her half of her money back. Someone's giving me $3 for the work I do, and it's like, what the fuck? I think I did them a solid. Well, look, I get it. I'm gonna give you 100. I get it. Blah blah blah. Whoop de whoop. Whatever. And that was it. I try to fucking make money off of doing trabajo, spiritual work, and practices, but I'm not like other brujos or curanderos. I don't charge thousands of dollars. I think spiritual work should be an exchange of energy. Whatever I do for you, whatever you think my time is worth, is what I accept. I could put like money like as a priority for me, even because I'm struggling. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Again, I did like a read for someone one time, an hour and a half long. They sent me $3. $3. And I didn't complain. I was like, but damn, like moving forward, it's gotta be more than $3 fucking dollars if I do something because it's not even worth the time. So I always say donations should reflect the energy that's put into it. But I don't go and charge thousand. Look, there's limpias that sometimes people charge 1,500. I take whatever you guys give me because some of you have paid money elsewhere and it didn't work, and you come to me broken and broke, and I accept it.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. For help, go to the
No,
Alexa app.
I just gotta be more of a dick, but I'm not. That's a problem. That's the problem. I know I should be more like, nah, it's gonna be $60 for 30 minutes, but I don't. I don't. And again, like I got look, but I'm not that kind of guy, David. You know what I'm saying? You know how I am. I'm not that guy to be like a dick about shit. I think you know how I am. I don't want to be a jerk. I don't want to be a jerk. I'm not that guy to be like, chale, like, money, no fucking, nah, fuck it. Pfft, get the fuck out. That's not who I am. Because when people need help, I want to help. And I guess I should stop doing that shit. I should not be that person, but I can't help but to be that person. Because that's what I got into this to do. Help people. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean it to sound like a good guy, because I know I'm not a good guy. Teach me then, Jenna. I bet, what advice you got for me, Jenna? I'm gonna follow you because maybe I gotta get on a phone call with you and you gotta tell me. But I mean, like, I did a lot of things maybe in the past that were shady, and maybe this is how I try to win some of that back. That's the problem. Is I think that sometimes I feel like I owe the world something for the misdeeds or the fucking transgressions I've had that I've been lucky to get through. No, and I'll tell you about boundaries, but it's easy for me to talk about it. How many times did I tell you guys about boundaries? Yeah, I gotta sit down with some of y'all and be like, what's acceptable? Because then I don't get shit. Anyways, this conversation was not about that, but it came up to my attention right now during the live. And again, I'm not ever one to shy away from shit. I will, but again, I don't like turning away people that are really needing help. I can, twin mama, tren goddess, twin mama. Yeah, we can help restore marriages if it's worth saving. Um. Anyways, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta do something right now in a little bit. I'll be back. Right now, when I come back, I'm gonna do something I haven't done in a while. I'm gonna do yes or no questions for anybody. Um. Yeah, you can follow me for sure and DM me. I do consultations, and like when I do consultations, I ask for donations based on what you want to give me, not a set price. All right, Jenna, I'm gonna message you. See what you maybe you got some shit for me. I don't know. Maybe you got some words of wisdom. I'm always able to accept my flaws, and my flaw is that I try too hard to help people. That's a flaw I got, and I gotta change that. But I never want to turn on people or turn away people that need help. But once people cross me, I'm done. You know what I mean? I'm not the kind of person that, now once people cross that line with me though, I'm done. I am done. I'm not one of those people that are gonna be like, you know what I mean? Anyways, look. Oh, I blocked them from TikTok right here. I didn't block them from my number because I feel that maybe one day they might need my fucking help, and they're gonna fucking sort of think about everything and probably be in the wrong. But if not, then fuck them. Anyways, I never wish bad upon anybody. Because I don't. Because I don't. I don't wish bad upon anybody. Unless they really fuck with me, then it's a problem. But I don't ever want it to get to that because there's no need for that kind of shit to happen. There's no need. But again, when I do shit for people for a donation, and even if you send me a donation because it came out of your heart for the masses or because of the work I do, for the daily reads, for the prayers, if you send me a fucking It's never got to be that though with me. And it's funny because I'm not going to help, but again, I'm not going to block them off either because if they try to fucking do something, I got a hold of them. There's a method to my madness, Jenna. Anyways, nah, there's a method to my madness. Like I'd rather keep tabs on people so I know what the fuck in case I ever gotta reach out. But the thing is, I try not to take advantage of people. And if people send me, it works because here's the thing is, I don't think you know me because when people cross me, I don't fuck around. It's in my nature. You know, I'm a ghetto motherfucker at heart. And I try to be good and I try to be a decent human being because that's what I think I'm supposed to do. Because I've tried to be good. Like I say all the time, I don't know if you're familiar with who I am. It's so much easier to be bad than good. It's so much easier for me to be bad than good. So I try really hard to be good. And that's it. Because I know the capabilities that we have in what we do. And it's a capability that I try to fucking strain from. Not because I'm saying I'm all yielding and powerful, but because I know what I've done in the past and we're trying to move away from that. But at any given moment, you do bad things for the right reasons. At any given moment, we do the things that must be done in order for us to protect ourselves and those that we love and blah, blah, blah. And I've learned to practice self-control. And the reason is, at one point, I was a money-hungry motherfucker. I, I did whatever for money. And I'm not ashamed to say that. At one point in my life, I was worried more about money than my salvation or my soul. So in this point in my life, I figure I should try to be good. I deserve cake. I do. Look, I'm gonna get off the live. I gotta do a few things right now at 8 o'clock, and then I'll be back like around 9:30, and I'm gonna do that and come back and do some yes or no questions. All right, I'm gonna do yes or no questions just for the fuck of it tonight, and I try to do yes or no questions only for my. Yeah, I want cake too. All right, but I gotta get ready for in 10 minutes to do something at 8 o'clock. So I'll be right back, all right? In a few. I'll be back. Follow me. You've had cake? You motherfuckers have cake without me? I'll be back. I'll be back right now. I gotta do something right now at 8. All right, I'll be back. Let me set up real fast.